Private jets, luxurious yachts, and the rarest of all cars are means of transportation that you'd expect from the ultra-rich, and Jeff Bezos is no exception. From his car collections that cost about $20 million to his yacht that cost $500 million, join me for a ride as we explore how one of the richest men in the world secretly travels. Private jets. A private jet is a default buy for a wealthy person, but when you are Jeff Bezos levels of rich, you can afford to own multiple. The billionaire was previously known to own the Dassault Falcon 900EX, which has a price tag of $8.5 million. The jet has the capacity to carry 16 passengers, giving them the utmost comfort and style. The cabin has been designed with adjustable seats that can accommodate 8 to 12 passengers. Apart from these seats, there are also 2 seats that can be reclined and combined to form a full-length bed. The cabin has plenty of space to move around, even with the seats and console tables that come standard. One of the things you can't get enough of is the space. The jet has lots of room you can utilize. This feature is one thing the Dassault Falcon 900EX has in common with his present private jet, the Gulfstream G650ER. I'm guessing he felt the need to upgrade, which is why he had no choice but to splurge a whopping $70 million on this private jet. And the crazy thing is, he didn't stop at one. He went ahead and bought 2 of these private jets. The first was delivered to him in 2015, and 4 years later he got his hands on the second one, bringing the price tag of both to about $150 million. Well, when you are one of the richest men in the world, the sky's the limit for your extravagant purchases. With a price tag that is enough to get at least 7 of the Dassault Falcon 900EXs, this jet isn't short on performance, just as you might have guessed. Before we get to the performance of the jet, let's take a tour of the interior of this engineering masterpiece. A quick look already suggests that Jeff won't be worrying about space with this jet. With its 2.49 meters finished width, stretching or taking a walk wouldn't pose an issue, as passengers wouldn't be congested. Experience a good view with any of its 16 large panoramic windows. There is no bigger screen to look at nature on than one of the industry's largest windows, which the G650ER provides. The jet has been fitted with the very best leather chairs that ensure comfort when en route. And as if that is not enough, passengers have access to 100% fresh air with the jet's enhanced air ionization. You can also have meetings and enjoy quiet time with Gulfstream's noise reduction technology. For a busy man like Jeff, this would come in handy, as we are guessing his days go from one meeting to another. When having his meetings, one thing he sure won't be worried about is comfort, as the chairs have been crafted with quality and relaxation in mind. The living areas of the jet aren't short of luxury, as there are 4 different options to choose from. The multiple seats serve dual purposes, as they are capable of serving as beds. Even with all these features, it's possible some individuals, like the ultra-rich, will still want some custom-made adjustments to their specifications. With the G650ER, you can get what you deem fit on board as a client. Apart from the guests, pilots also get to enjoy some of the unique features the G650's flight deck has to offer. Modern avionics, simplified displays with Plane View 2, and advanced fly-by-wire controls all contribute to a reduction in workload and an increase in safety up front. The jet is also equipped with an enhanced flight vision system. This was first made standard on one of the previous models of Gulfstream, the G550, enabling safe landings even in poor visibility. The jet was definitely built to withstand any situation. The Gulfstream G650ER is a creation of the American aircraft company Gulfstream Aerospace, and it is known as an extended range version of the G650. That's basically what the ER in its name means, in case you were wondering. Its performance is second to none, as it is capable of flying 7,500 nautical miles at Mach 0.85 due to its 1,814 kilogram increase in fuel capacity. It is no surprise that the billionaire would settle for something with a quality performance, as it is guaranteed to get him to his destination in time. This aircraft isn't quite regular, as it has broken some records for speed and fuel consumption in the past. In 2015, with just a single fuel stop, the G650ER was put to the test, and it didn't disappoint. By traveling at an average speed of Mach 0.87, the jet made the trip from New York to Beijing in just 13 hours and 20 minutes. Then for the second lap of the trip, the jet averaged a speed of Mach 0.89 in 12 hours. The second lap was a journey from Beijing to Savannah, Georgia. If you were impressed by that, then you should know that the jet had previously traveled non-stop from Hong Kong to Peterborough, New Jersey, in the United States, a distance of 7,494 nautical miles. It had also flown non-stop from Los Angeles to Melbourne, Australia. This goes to show that the ER name it was given isn't for show. The same year it completed the non-stop trips, a G650ER flew 8,010 nautical miles non-stop with 4 passengers and crew from Singapore to Las Vegas, breaking the previous record for the longest non-stop flight by a business jet. Before the G650ER reclaimed the record in April 2019 by traveling 8,379 miles from Singapore to Tucson, the Bombardier Global 7500 broke the previous mark in March 2019. Of the 500 units that have been built, the Amazon boss has 2 of these high-performance aircraft in his name. The likes of tech gurus like Elon Musk, Sergey Brin, and Larry Page also own their own G650ERs. This is not even shocking, considering its functions. Even the famous reality star Kim Kardashian made sure she had a personalized one in her custody. It has been revealed that he frequently travels abroad with his private jet, which is a no-brainer. Even though it may be difficult to monitor his movement because of his status, I mean, people of his caliber are always security conscious and can be discreet with their trips. Some of his flight records have also corresponded with some of his public appearances, like his visit to Palm Springs some years back and his invite-only Summer Camp for Geeks conference in Dallas. And of course, the jet has been seen arriving at Amazon's office in Seattle. Just like his private jets, his trips in the aquatic habitat aren't short on luxury, as he is the owner of one of the most expensive yachts in the world. Let's take a look at his expensive yachts next. Super yachts. If you think the money he splurged on his private jet is a lot, then you'll be in awe when you find out the price tag of his super yacht Koru. Building this vessel was highly inspired by Maori art, and its reflection is in the name and the unique styling of the yacht. Its unique name, Koru, indicates new beginnings, a new phase of life, positive change, personal growth, and hope for the future, which is one of the most important symbols of Maori traditions. To show his connection to the yacht, and of course the name, the 59-year-old billionaire posted a picture of Koru with a caption that pretty much celebrates life. The post that featured images of his family and friends was made on New Year's Day, so it makes sense that he was looking forward to a new beginning with his loved ones. Speaking of loved ones, his partner was a regular face in the carousel of pictures that were posted, which is not surprising as her sculpture is a huge part of the yacht Koru. Goes to show how much of a connection they have. The sculpture on his multi-million-dollar yacht is said to be inspired by his girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez. The beautifully placed sculpture can be seen wearing the couple's special symbol, Koru, which is Maori for loop or coil, and is based on the spiral form of an unfolding silver fern frond as a necklace. The sculpture is dressed in an overflowing gown with long hair. It is a wooden sculpture that is carved like a Roman goddess. The sculpture sits pretty well at the prow of the yacht, giving it a unique look. The sculpture isn't the only thing that will interest you about the exterior of this yacht. The massive overall length of the yacht is large enough to blow your mind. I mean, the yacht is said to be the second largest yacht in the world, after Andrei Melnichenko's Yacht A, which has an overall length of 142.81 meters, with an overall length of 127 meters, a beam of 16 meters, a draft of 5.02 meters, and a volume of 3,493 gross tons. This yacht Koru stands out among other sailing yachts in the world. She is also the largest to ever leave the Netherlands, where she was constructed for 5 years. The quality interior of the yacht was done by the British group Mlinaric, Henry and Zervadace, interior design and decoration, while the impressive exterior was done by the Dutch company Dijkstra Naval Architects. Although the yacht was commissioned some years ago, she was finally delivered in April 2023 after completing sea trials, and she is worth every bit of the days spent on its construction. The yacht is said to share a resemblance with Barry Diller's iconic 93-meter sailing yacht Eos. She is a 3-masted sailing yacht that was built by the legendary Dutch yacht builder Ocean Co. Her 3 towering masts, which measure more than 230 feet, have made her the tallest sailing yacht in the world. The height of the yacht posed a problem when it was to be moved out onto the high seas. The company that constructed it requested that a very old bridge in the port city of Rotterdam be partially demolished to get it across. The request was denied, and the company had to tow the yacht across without its mast. The yacht has been equipped with different amenities that are guaranteed to make every trip on her worth it. The amenities have been designed to meet quality standards, from the materials used to the finishes. Some of the high-end amenities include a vessel that has a helipad with enclosed helicopter accommodation and capacity for relief supplies, 3 jacuzzis, amenities that are capable of serving all the guests on board, a beach club for effortless indoor-outdoor living and entertaining, and a very large swimming pool, just in case any of the guests need to cool off. Speaking of guests, the yacht is capable of hosting 18 people in its 9 cabins. There is also room for the 40 crew members that will be attending to the guests on board. Jeff Bezos, being Jeff, got a smaller 75-meter support vessel to sail with the Kourou. The support vessel Aviona has been kitted out with a helipad and is stocked with a collection of speedboats and supercars for Bezos and his guests to have fun with. Aviona has been tasked with the carriage of toys and tenders on the main yacht and may also have a submarine for exciting adventures beneath the waves. She is fitting support for the Kourou. She also has the capacity to accommodate 45 staff, crew, and guests. Her performance and speed are just as impressive as her amenities. Kourou is a 3,300 gross ton sailing yacht, built with a steel hull and aluminum superstructure with teak decks. Unlike his private jet, we have actually seen him aboard his yacht on different trips. He was spotted on the yacht with his girlfriend Lauren Sanchez on a trip around the Spanish island of Majorca, and in August 2023, he was seen on a trip with his girlfriend Lauren Sanchez again as they sailed the Tyrrhenian Sea. The likes of Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King have been rumored to be present on this trip as well. Another unique feature the vessel has is the additional power source from the kinetic energy generated by the sails. The innovative kinetic energy recovery system on the yacht converts wave-induced motion into sustainable cruising. Having looked at all its unique features, its performance, and its range, we can say that this engineering masterpiece was constructed with luxury, comfort, and high performance in mind. No wonder the yacht cost a whopping $500 million, making it one of the most expensive yachts in the world. Expenses for running this yacht can go as high as $25 million in a year. We have seen some of the billionaire's luxurious means of transportation by air and water. With what we have seen, his cars will not be short on luxury and comfort. Luxury cars. His car collection, as you would guess, includes some of the rarest high-end vehicles, like Bugatti and Koenigsegg, but it also features the likes of Honda, making his car range diverse. Let's take a ride and explore his $20 million car collection. His mind-blowing car collection starts with a not-so-flamboyant car, a 1997 Honda. This car has sentimental value to the billionaire, as it was his first car, and although Jeff's net worth was worth billions of dollars when he purchased it, it is surprising that he opted for something basic. In an interview when asked why he purchased the Honda, he said it was a perfectly good car. The car had a price tag of $17,990 when it was released. With its price tag, it is not expected to have any unique or tremendous features or performance, but it has basic performance that allows it to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.5 seconds. Other features include a top speed of 128 miles per hour, an automatic transmission, power locks, and air conditioning. Next on the list is the Lincoln MKT Stretch Limousine with a price tag of $50,000. One thing we know this vehicle won't lack is space. The vehicle can accommodate 8 passengers and has amenities such as a minibar to entertain those going for a ride, flat screens, a privacy partition, and mood lighting. The billionaire is said to have pulled up in this car when he arrived at the set of Star Trek Beyond, where he played the role of an alien. The car was fit for the occasion, as it is proper for a grand entrance. His 2020 Cadillac Escalade comes next on the list, with a value of $79,490. The vehicle oozes class and premium vibes. Upon merely looking at the exterior of the car, it is no wonder it is the perfect car for a date night. After their date night in 2021, Jeff and his girlfriend were spotted beside the car as they had a conversation with a group of other people outside the restaurant. The Escalade has a lot of high-end standard features, in addition to its chrome-laden exterior, including a leather interior, heated and ventilated front seats, self-parking assistance, and more. With a price tag of $87,350, his Land Rover Range Rover 2018 comes in next on the list. This car is where elegance meets performance. From the classy exterior to the unique interior, this car is top-notch. For its performance, it has the capacity to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds, and it also has a top speed of 130 miles per hour. The interior of the car is quite spacious. It has the capacity to accommodate 5 passengers. The billionaire was spotted with his car after he made a rare public appearance after hiding in 2019. The next car on the list is the cheapest model in the S-Class series. The Mercedes-Benz S450 is a car that can be seen as an affordable luxury because you'd definitely be getting value for your money. After taking a look at the ruby black finish and high-tech features built into the dashboard, even the intricate detail of the leather seats wasn't left out. You will understand why Bezos has the S450 as part of his collection. The car costs $89,900 and has the ability to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. It also has a top speed of 155 miles per hour. The next car on this list is the first on the list, with a price tag in the millions. The next car is a Ferrari Pininfarina Sergio, a production car that was specifically made for hand-picked customers. This car is one of the rarest in Jeff's collection. Only 6 units of this car were ever produced. No wonder it has a price tag of $3 million. The car has the ability to hit 60 miles per hour from 0 in 3.4 seconds and has a top speed of 198 miles per hour. The Bugatti Veyron Mansory is the next car on the list. I mean, what is a billionaire's car collection without a Bugatti? The luxurious car has a price tag of $3.5 million and is a very rare piece, as only 2 units of it were ever made. For its performance, it can go all the way to 60 miles per hour from 0 in just 2.5 seconds. The limited production car is typically a combination of class and speed, as it has a top speed of 253 miles per hour. Speed is something the Bugatti has in common with the next car. The limited edition car, the Koenigsegg CC-XR Trevita, comes in next with a value of $4.8 million. This car, just like the Bugatti, had just 2 units produced. The body of the car is a very unique part of the car, as it was coated with a diamond veneer called the Koenigsegg proprietary diamond weave, which makes it dazzle when sunlight contacts the car. With an estimated top speed of 400 miles per hour and the ability to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds, this goes to show the top-notch performance that it can deliver. The W Motors Lykan Hypersport comes in next on the list. Only 7 of these production cars were ever produced during their run from 2013 to 2018. Jeff Bezos joins the Abu Dhabi police to own one of these. At the time of its production, it was the 3rd most expensive car, with a value of $3.4 million. One of the things that makes the car unique is the fact that it is the first car to have headlights with embedded jewels. In addition, customers are given the option to select from a variety of rubies, diamonds, yellow diamonds, and sapphires to be integrated into the vehicle's headlights at the time of purchase, based on their color choice. Lastly, in his mind-blowing car collection, there is the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. The $5 million car has a top speed of 221 miles per hour and has the ability to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds. This car is the most expensive in his collection, but it should be expected of him to add a few more soon, maybe even some that are more expensive than this. His means of transportation across all modes of transportation have been covered, but now let's take a look at his journey outside the Earth. Yes, the billionaire is inquisitive and adventurous, and has the money to explore and invest in different things, space being one of them. Let's see how he transports himself up there. Space travel. The billionaire was one of the few people who participated in the most adventurous journey, which lasted for just 11 minutes to outer space. Yes, it took Jeff and 3 other people 11 minutes to visit space and come back to Earth. I am sure you are wondering how much it must have cost to make this happen. Getting a seat on this kind of trip is very tricky, as the cost per person actually varies, because prices are personalized for different individuals due to some factors. And what you pay is basically determined by who you are. From the list of people who embarked on this particular trip, one thing I can deduce is that going on such trips isn't for the average man, but for millionaires and, in some instances, scientists that have been sponsored. People that went on board include Oliver Damon, a billionaire from the Netherlands, Wally Funk, an aviator who has millions to her name, and of course the Bezos brothers. Before the trip, the space travel company that made this happen, Blue Origin, put the first seat that was available up for auction. 7,600 individuals from over 100 countries showed an interest in this, which goes to show how many people were eager to visit space. Eventually, a man won with a bid of a whopping $28 million for that seat. Crazy, right? Well, the winner of the bid wasn't able to complete the trip. In his stead, Oliver, the Dutch billionaire, went on it. This trip happened in 2021 and was the talk of the whole world because he had the richest man in the world on it, and of course a trip to outer space is worth talking about. Later that year, it was said that another trip was scheduled, fault, and a passenger had to pay $1 million to get a seat. It just goes to show that space trips are not for average earners. Visiting space is actually a fascinating concept. I mean, getting to visit a place with zero gravity is something that is worth having on people's bucket list. Just by looking at the video of them aboard, you can already get an idea of what it feels like. But I mean, that minor feeling won't cut it, because experiencing it would just be the best. Well, at least if you can't afford it, you can dream of doing it, and that's free. But for someone like Jeff, who can't afford such travel and invests so much in it, it's an adventure he won't be forgetting anytime soon. Passengers were able to get a view of the Earth as they moved further away from it through the large windows in the capsule. One can imagine that it will be such a stunning view. Jeff is the founder of the space tourism company that made this trip happen, Blue Origin. His brother, who was also a passenger, has always had a thing for space travel. It feels like a family thing. I know adventure would be one of the reasons he decided to embark on this trip, but he also had to embark on this trip for the sake of his company. The vessel that they got transported to space with was a reusable vessel, and no human had ever been on a trip to space in it. In order to prove that it was safe to go on this vessel, he decided to take the initiative by being one of its first passengers. Gladly, everything turned out well. The rocket that was used on this trip is the New Shepard rocket. It is named after the first American to ever travel to space, Alan Shepard. The rocket is 18 meters in height and has a diameter of 3.7 meters. The vessel is currently active and has had a total of 23 launches, of which 22 turned out successful, and one was otherwise. New Shepard has come a long way since its first flight in April 2015. The New Shepard consists of a booster rocket and a crew capsule. It is possible to set up the capsule to carry up to 6 people, carry cargo, or do both at once. It is also equipped to launch customer cargo into a suborbital trajectory, including people. Beyond the excitement of being in space, the American billionaire has also stated that there are so many opportunities in space, and that's why these visits there are very important. For one, he mentioned that companies that pollute the environment can be moved there. In his words, he said that we need to take all heavy industry, all polluting industry, and move it into space, and keep Earth as this beautiful gem of a planet that it is. He has continually emphasized the fact that he has an environmental vision that may take years to complete. Apart from his vision, the Earth has reportedly benefited severally from exploring space. According to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, spin-off programs from NASA research have saved 444,000 lives, produced 14,000 new jobs, generated $5 billion in revenue, and resulted in cost savings of $6.2 billion. According to NASA, among the numerous spin-off technologies that have resulted from the space exploration program, there have been significant advancements in the areas of consumer goods, energy and the environment, information technology, transportation, public safety, health and medicine, and industry productivity. All these benefits just show that there are lots of possibilities and opportunities that can be achieved by traveling and observing outer space. I mean, with all these feats that have been achieved through exploration of space, I am sure we will see more vehicles developed for space travel, and more people join the likes of Jeff Bezos in being involved in it. After all the luxurious cars, jets, and yachts that belong to Jeff that we have seen, it is safe to say that when it comes to his trips, there is no limit on how much he can spend on comfort and luxury. Well, who wouldn't? I mean, if you were worth $154.3 billion too, you'd spend as much. Well, that's my cue to leave now, but you can stay back and enjoy more videos. All you have to do is click a card on the screen, and you're good to go.